This is just a quick response to Steve110277's channel, and the video that I'm going to respond to is Student Voices Part 1 and technically Part 2 as well. So as I was watching the videos, Student Voices Part 1 and Student Voices Part 2, one of the things that really stood out for me was when one of the students had said, please treat us like adults. Now this is also something that falls into faculty development, because one of the things that is really important for a faculty member is to see the students as adults. They're over 20 years old. These are not high school students anymore. They're not middle school students anymore. You have to treat them with respect if you want respect in return. So I have a feeling some of the problems that faculty and teachers have with students come from the fact that they are not treating their students with enough respect and enough faith in what it is that the students are doing, why the students are there. Sure, there are some students that are immature and need a little bit more guidance, but that doesn't mean that you need to tell them how to dress. You need to tell them where their priorities are as far as work versus school. They understand where their priorities are, and just because their priorities don't match yours doesn't necessarily mean that they are wrong. In fact, I would say in some cases you're wrong to put them in a position where the choice has to be made. You have to remember as a teacher that students are the customers, and not in the bad, not in the bad way, in that the school is just a shop, a store for them to come and buy something. But they're the customers. They're there because they want to be. They're there because they're interested. And that's something that we as teachers have to keep in mind. And you have to respect the decisions that the students make. You might not agree with the decisions, but berating them as though they were a small child is not appropriate in any circumstance. So remember, this is adults dealing with adults, not adults dealing with children or children dealing with children. So please make sure that you treat your students with respect. And thank you very much to Steve110277 for putting that video out so that we can actually take a little bit closer look at it. This may be something that I'm going to come back to later on in a later video, but for right now, that's the most important thing that I want to say. And to restate, as most teachers do, treat your students like adults, because once they hit 20, they are. So thank you very much, and I will talk to you all later.